Hello, welcome to Jadekind Video Gaming. My name is Adam.
And I'm Beth.
And we're here with more Starfield.
Woo-woo.
And, well, last time we came back to the lodge, and so we were talking, and thinking that instead of continuing on the main mission that we've been on, there was one... Is it this?
Yeah, the tree grows.
Yeah, where we've gotten
a couple.
Some of the biosensors. So I figured, let's do that. Get us to walk around New Atlantis more, because we're just getting. I mean, we've looked through a couple of zones, but I no longer really know one zone from another, or what we've looked at or what we haven't.
All blending together.
So we're gonna kind of look around and just kind of go towards some of these objectives.
Yeah. Let's get those biosensors. You join us swimming in the pond? No.
I don't know how I'd get out.
Okay. Maybe not.
Presumably there's a way, but...
Ooh,
and it's just sticky. One of the ones we have is stolen.
I don't know why, though.
I don't know. Is that where we parked?
I think so.
That's not the way we need to go.
No, it's not. But if we
Another time.
Okay. Well, you say we're going to come back here at some point?
I mean, we'll be back here all around.
One of my friends told me he actually likes going into the well. He says it's not as bad as everyone says. Weird.
The well is a place I know we haven't checked out.
Yeah, no, we have not checked
That's
out well.
that's actually accessible from the bottom of the lodge.
How are you holding up?
Oh, alright.
Arsenal. Mercury
We'll
chunks.
need to
I
check out
remember doing
those
the
at
same
some
damn
point.
thing with my parents.
My parents
after an
are
hour of
wiped.
whining,
I
they're
wish they just
finally
took a
out
nap
here.
or something.
They're just sitting on the grass.
The depressed children are a choice, though. Because, like, this playground's super cool.
You know, jungle gym fun, but I feel like you're supposed to be able to jump through these. I can only jump over them.
I mean, hey, you're sure?
So, what's the
We
point?
just ripped.
Of what?
The residents. Where are we going?
It's in a tree.
I mean, it's something to do with the tree anyways.
It definitely has something to do with the tree. Well,
I
but
used
yeah,
to be
let's
an
go there.
actuary. Now look at me.
Hello. Hello.
Citizen.
All of our signature dishes are unique.
Did you hear something?
You
No,
won't
there's just
find
an
anything
elevator
like
in
them
there.
anywhere else. I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis.
This place looks expensive.
The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared.
You have
Anyone who
dinosaurs?
has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it.
I'd like to see a menu, please.
Enjoy the
I
rest.
don't want to see a video. It's a coffee shop.
Oh. Put you in coffee?
It's a fancy room.
It's a fancy room in a fancy place.
Do yourself a favor and get any of their entrees. You'll thank me.
Shift's over.
Says
Time
patron.
for the roost.
Blech.
Indeed.
So you share my sentiments.
Of course.
I just don't understand why such a first-class restaurant can be satisfied with serving second-rate coffee.
I know.
Of course, it could just be my palate. It's quite refined, which is both a blessing and curse.
Me too. Is there any place in the area you recommend?
All the towers offer breathtaking views for a price. It isn't the name on the building that matters, but how many floors are beneath you. But if you're looking for a living space, you want to speak with Miss Sanguini at the Realtor's office.
Sanguini.
She's the authority on the subject.
Realtor's office. Okay. Where would you find better coffee?
Funny you should ask. I recently dined with a friend of mine with ties to the Freestar Collective. And he claims the best cup of joe he's ever had was in Aquila City.
People claim a lot of things.
Ah, but in this case, my friend brought proof. In his hand was a single coffee bean, fermented in the digestive tract of an alien beast.
Ugh. How does feeding the beans to an animal even improve taste?
It's not an entirely new idea. In the old world, growers used elephants. They believed the stomachs of these ancient beasts would ferment the bean and draw out its true flavor.
No, I don't care how good it tastes. I'm not drinking coffee from an alien animal dropping.
The man I hired had a similar response, but his job wasn't to drink the coffee. It was to feed the beans to various predators in the settled systems and retrieve the results. But it seems after consuming the beans, the beast decided to make a meal of him. So I need someone to find this beast and remove my property from its stomach. As for compensation, you'll receive 2,000 credits when the job is complete.
Where would I find this predator?
The man I hired had a transponder on him. When the predator consumed him, it also consumed the device. Rest assured, I'll have all the information forwarded to your ship's tracking systems.
Wow, so simple. I'll track down the beast and bring it back to you. Bring you back
Excellent.
your beans.
I will have the coordinates sent to your ship.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
See you.
Alright. Can we go where does that elevator take us?
Family apartments. Inaccessible.
That was the okay. Okay. We do need to find that residential place.
Yeah. Sounds like we can get a house.
But continuing on with our objectives.
I like that it shows that she gets left behind.
I'm so sorry. That was bad. Poor Sarah. Oh, hey, she's here.
She must have just, ran down the tracks.
Sarah would do that, let's be honest. Wait, there's a House of Varun thing here. I wonder if we should stop by that at some point.
Well, you want to shoot them all?
Maybe.
I need all of the biosensors if the data is to be of any use.
I have them all, sir.
If it isn't my favorite almost a lab assistant. What can I do for you?
It's because we're not in a lab. We're
Okay.
field assistant.
Okay. I got all your sensors right here.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right. We'll just upload the data. Give it a moment.
Okay. This takes way longer than it should, I feel like.
And just another moment.
Oh, right, yes, because you know we're waiting on you.
It is working, isn't it? There it is. Relief.
Finally. Okay, let's start.
Now, let's see.
Oh.
This is... Well, it's... Oh my. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
Of course. I'm glad your concerns were validated.
Yes, it does feel good to be right. Particularly when others have attempted to convince you otherwise. Repeatedly. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
They are good.
And 100 experience.
Nice. Oh. You
We
can
check with him
later.
later. Okay, let's see what offices.
This is archives. This just looks like a gathering.
Just tell me how many zeros I need to add to the offer.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't.
It's a buyer's market right now. Good time to make a move.
Sanguini?
Yes.
Welcome to Feeling Realty.
Yes, heard about you.
I'm Zora, and I'm here to help with whatever you may need. What brings you in today? Looking to settle down, or move up in the world, or just window shopping?
Perhaps I'll just be happy.
I just wandered in.
That's fine. It happens all the time. I never mind an opportunity to chat with someone new. I'm here if you have any more questions, or if you'd like to look at properties.
I'd like to hear about what you have to sell. What you have for sale.
Let me just pull up your data. Oh, I'm sorry, but you're not a United Colonies citizen. I'm afraid property ownership here in New Atlantis isn't available to you. If you take the exciting step of becoming a citizen, we'll be here for you.
Do you have any properties outside of New Atlantis?
Oh, don't I wish. Between UC regulations and demand here in the city, I haven't had a chance to branch out yet. But you best believe I'm keeping an eye on the situation and actively lobbying for a little more leeway.
Wait, so how do we become a citizen?
Stop by anytime.
We've got some lovely places available, if you've earned your citizenship, of course.
You don't remember, do you?
No. What?
Tell me if you remember.
Please stand back. This unit is on patrol.
So we've already been told how to become a citizen.
We did?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to join a union?
I don't think it was quite a union.
A faction or whatever?
Yeah, I think that's what the Vanguard offered.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
Let's see here. What do I get for becoming a UC citizen again?
Well, other than becoming a member of the greatest faction in the galaxy, you get access to discounted services on any UC world. Credits to help you get on your feet. You'd even be able to buy property right here in New Atlantis. Citizenship unlocks it all. And signing up for the Vanguard is the fastest way to earn it.
Okay.
What are the slower ways to earn it?
What sort of work would I be doing if I enlisted?
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, We've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
And what exactly is the Vanguard again?
We're the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet. Any captain can join, regardless of origin. Get to fly your own ship and earn credits as you help the people in the most distant reaches of the United Colonies, all while earning your way to UC citizenship. Put in the time, and citizenship is guaranteed.
Like, how do I get citizenship without doing it? There might not be a way. Maybe exit out of this and talk to someone else.
Yeah, what's the other desk? Do they have a...
Yeah.
If you don't have official business, we ask you remain in the lobby. Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building. Enjoy your time in New Atlantis.
Anything there? Do we want to sign up?
We probably need to at this point. I think it'll just help us.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Here to finally take your shot at joining the Vanguard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm game. Just tell me what I need to do next.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we now have a faction one. I know.
Yes.
Well, really, it's probably for the best that we start our faction ones now.
Yeah.
So that we can get, like, our benefits and experience for them before betraying them to become pirates.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where did he say go?
Vanguard Orientation Hall, the one with the blue. All the way to the bottom.
Oh, the one with the quest objective.
Yeah. I couldn't think of that.
Also, giant building. So many floors.
Yeah.
I like your individualized names there.
I like the abandoned Terror Brew Cup. Ooh.
What?
Vanguard registration, that's where we're going.
Yeah.
I just got excited about it.
Ember. Current bounty 0. Investment agreement. Bounty must be paid before... Okay, yeah. By joining the United Colonies Vanguard, you agree to perform necessary services for the United Colonies that could place you in serious danger, resulting in harm to your craft or yourself, up to and including death.
I don't want to agree to this, but fine. Oh, okay.
In exchange, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to compensate all captains according to their experience level and the difficulty of the task required. All applicants will be required to earn a satisfactory grade on a simulated combat flight.
Oh.
Successfully complete a probationary mission. Upon the completion of both prerequisites, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to sponsor your citizenship application and guarantees the granting of United Colonies citizenship once sufficient time or acts of valor have warranted it.
Okay.
Do you agree to the above commitment and wish to initiate your journey with the United Colonies Vanguard?
Yeah.
Fine. Alright, we proceed to the examination chamber through the orientation hall.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Button.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
Down in front.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine?
The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
Probably. Ah, Gold Earth.
Okay.
Oh, those are like bonus things.
Yeah, I feel like it. Just from that one though, it's telling us about the world a lot.
The United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace.
Okay.
But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
I mean, ultimately, if those are, like, the three factions, I gotta say, we're in one of the two that I'd consider, so...
Yeah. No, that's it. If there's not a way to become a Crimson Fleet person... Then...
Well, I mean, it might not be competing with it, because I don't think they like any of them, so...
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
Also, it could be that these are the ones represented because these are the ones that have, like, offices here.
Oh, that makes sense.
To, like, get their say.
The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
I wonder if that, divisive victory is something that they would claim as well.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Ooh. Do we want to read it? That's a lot.
It's a lot for my voice. I don't want to read it aloud.
Well, you can pause and look at it yourself, because they didn't want to talk that one.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir Jarek that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remained, however, select members of House Varun who refused to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them, Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Now, we're not going to deal with this left leg, but it would be interesting to try to join House Faroon and like make.
I feel like there's like a starting option where you can kind of be part of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're in a freaking museum.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
The colony war was a horrible conflict that irreparably wounded the settled systems. There were times I felt that it would never end.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Okay.
Can we drive a mech? Do we at some point get to drive a mech?
I would love that.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything for that, but that... Can I get in? No. Okay.
I really hope this is just a phase.
No one knows how they move between planets. I wonder if they can grav jump or something.
I don't want to touch it.
Garbage? There was one more here.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators.
It's not London.
The Terramorph.
It's Londinian.
A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds. Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history.
We followed...
Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large.
Oh, we just
the tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Is it though?
One of my slates, the Terramorphs can control people's minds.
I mean, it's good information and history.
But it's all at once.
Yeah, it's a
After
lot.
the devastation brought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed.
Aww.
All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
Okay, there's text there too. On our,
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
we're spending enough time not reading, but just listening to.
In this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Okay.
That's a fancy-looking spacesuit.
It is a fancy-looking spacesuit. I'm just thinking that the United Colonies is like that first older government that is trying so hard to play nice with the other ones, but does not like the change of the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
I'm not loving them.
No.
No one is born a United Colonies citizen.
Oh.
Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship.
Okay.
But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls means citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Okay.
Yeah, that pilot simulator is gonna be another time.
Yep, yeah, that'll be another thing. But you know, hey, we found where to get a house.
Yeah.
I wish we could have gotten the price for a house before doing all this, because for all I know, we're gonna get there and it's gonna be too expensive. But
right. Well, they talked about some sort of little stipend, so.
yeah. But yeah. I guess we're joining the United. It feels like you're supposed to join this, even if you're not gonna stay in it, because it's like where they drop you off at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it does. We've probably prolonged it as long as we can. So.
So I guess now we're joining the Vanguard. Join us next time for more.
Bye.